Mr. Christopher. This is my world, and this is Movie Reviewvies. We have a good one today. A couple of cult classics. One pulp classic. It's a little hint there for you. But yeah, and then some other ones. And they're older movies. Let's see. You know what the hardest part of doing movie reviewies is? You're never gonna guess it. You never guess it. But I'm gonna tell you, the hardest part of doing movie reviewies is setting these two up. Yeah, these two. Setting those two up in a popcorn bag is one of the hardest things. You don't even know. You're lucky you don't have to know. It's the most stressful thing that I ever deal with in all of Mr. Christopher's world. It's one of the most stressful things. Setting up Gizmo and I almost called him C3PO, R2D2 over there. Setting up Gizmo and R2D2 over there to stand in a popcorn bag. One of the most difficult things I do of all of Mr. Christopher's world. I have to watch movies all the time. I have to go to cemeteries all the time. I have to find art all the time. I'm always having to conjure up an opinion about something. We're always writing, reading, so much. But at the end of the day, the hardest thing to do on Mr. Christopher's world is set those two up. But with that said, let's get into the movies. Let's review some movies. Let's go. First, we're going to go here to War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning and other people. This is a rare Tom Cruise movie that I actually saw and liked. I don't really mess with Tom Cruise that much. Something about that Oprah situation that one time in Scientology, it just doesn't, those two things don't sit right with me. But either way, War of the Worlds, Mr. Christopher, how'd you feel about it? What'd you give it on the movie SCALEQLATOR? Please, sir, take it away. War of the Worlds with Thomas Cruise and Dakota Fanning. I am a big fanning of Dakota. And Tom, I don't really care. I'm not an advocate for Thomas Cruise. I'm trying to think. There's one other movie out there with him in it that I do like, but he's not even really in it. He's just a character every now and again, maybe even only like 2 or 3 times in the whole of the movie. So, I'm not Mission Impossibles. I mean, more like it's a mission impossible to get me to want to watch those ever. Maybe for movie reviewies one day I'll give it a shot. But I mean, I still got the whole Fast and the Furious franchise to have to watch. I still got the whole Marvel thing to do, that superheroes, I got to do all that. And I'm out here doing War of the Worlds and stuff right now. I'm not even considering those yet. So the idea that I would even think about the thought of trying to even watch a Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise hurts my brain. Ugh. But yeah, and Scientology is weird. Any religion is weird, really. But all religion, it's just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I'm not even. There's a documentary that people will be like, you got to watch this documentary on Scientology. It's crazy. And it's I've tried twice, and it's just I don't care. I don't care so much that it's just I can't even be interested in it. It's ugh. But anyway, with that said, War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning, though. I mean, I like this movie a lot. On the Mr. Christopher movie SCALEQLATOR, in fact, it scored a very solid 8. I gave it an 8 because I consider it to be great. I really do. I like this movie a lot. It's good through and through for me, personally. Love it. I enjoy it. It's got the action. It's got no comedy. Maybe there's a couple parts where you go, but not in ha ha ha, no laugh out louds, that's for sure. It's good though. Good watch. Good sci-fi film. Tom Cruise, in my opinion, it's Tom Cruise's best movie, but I also don't have a very valid opinion on Tom Cruise movies because I've only seen, I think, 2. I think I've only seen 2, and one of them, like I said, isn't even really a Tom Cruise movie. So, Dakota Fanning, though, I'm a big fanning of Dakota. Did I say that already? Anyway, on to the next movie. The next movie is Julie and Julia, a movie about Julia Childs and a vlogger named Julie something. And but the vlogger is played by Amy Adams with her return to Mr. Christopher's World. I believe this is the first time we have Meryl Streep on the show. But welcome, Mr. Christopher. How was Julie and Julia? How did you feel about it? What'd you think? Take it away, sir. Julie and Julia Childs, that is. Julia Childs was like the first ever television chef. And she's awesome. I love Julia Childs. I watch Julia Childs on TV to this day. I know what you're thinking, Mr. Christopher. Julia Childs was on television like the 60s. Remember, I'm a vampire. And also, Pluto TV, if you don't know about it, it's a free television app and it shows old television. You can watch Johnny Carson, Cheers, Frasier, other older shows. America's Funniest Home Videos. Remember that one? That's good. It's a good little watch. Fear Factor's on there. Unwrapped from Food Network. Remember the Food Network? Remember good TV? Remember how good TV was? Remember how good TV used to be? Wow. It was so good. Anyway, Julie and Julia on the Mr. Christopher movie SCALEQLATOR scored a very mid 5. I gave it a 5 because I didn't feel its jive. No, it was fine. It's just the thing that stood out the most about the movie was that Julia Childs in real life was dead when this was made. And the vlogger who got the movie made, in the movie, she wasn't liked by Julia Childs. And there was never any connection other than like this made up connection from the vlogger. And it just was kind of interesting. It was like, so Julia Childs died, and then you just made a movie about her with you in it. You made a movie about yourself about her too, though. I don't know. It's very pretentious and not cool of her to do, in my opinion. Julia Childs is a great person and like a real legend of a woman, and you kind of just spit on her legacy by forcing yourself into this too with your vlog. I don't know. See it yourself. It's not bad. Julia Child's story is okay. It's fine. It would have been a better. I truly think it would be a better movie without the vlogger's point of view. And I like Amy Adams a lot. She's fine. I'm fine with her. But it's not about her. It's about the movie itself. It's about the story. Why? I don't know. But that's all I got to say about that. On to the next we go here to what I consider a cult classic, Adventureland. It's the summer. College is coming. I need money. There's a theme park. I need a job. Cheap thrills. Young love. Bill Hader and Kristen Wiig at their finest. Adventureland. Mr. Christopher, what did it score on the movie SCALEQLATOR? How did you feel about it? Please, sir, take it away. I will. Adventureland. I love Adventureland. It scored on the Mr. Christopher movie SCALEQLATOR, it scored a very solid 7. I gave it a 7 because it brought me to heaven and laid me down on a cloud of blankets. No, I gave it a 7 because I couldn't justify an 8. It is good. It's really good. It's a cult 8. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. If you don't, well then, sorry. But it's a cult 8. It's a 7-7, though. It's a solid 7. Kristen Stewart is one of my favorite actresses. She's right up there with Keke Palmer. If I walked into a room with her and Keke Palmer in it, I would just turn around because I wouldn't want them fighting over me because I love them so much, and they don't need to be fighting over my love. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. With whom? That's to be seen. Maybe neither, but not both. Unless that's what they want. If that's what's meant to be, wow, then there is a God, and he loves me. But anyway, Ryan Reynolds is a little bit of a pedo-y creep in the movie. He's a douche, to be honest. He's just Ryan Reynolds, And then Bill Hader and Kristen Wiig at their finest. And this is where Jesse Eisenberg comes in. He's fine, but this is what this kid does is he gets movie roles where there's like 2 great actors and they just are crushing, going full them. And then he comes in just being him, and it's like, you got it. This movie's great, but you're just here. So you're in a great movie, but you're just here, and you're fine. You're being fine being here, Your awkwardness is perfect for what it needs to be. But remember, this isn't you that's making this movie great. Okay? There's people around here making this movie great. You should thank them, Jesse. You should thank them, Jesse Eisenberg. And I'm sure he does, because he seems like a really nice guy and whatever. But either way, 7, Adventureland. Go give it a watch. You will enjoy it. It's a great feeling of a movie. Makes you feel good inside, at least for me. I don't know. Something about movies that are shot like this and everything about it just makes me feel like there's like a weird joy. It's strange. Anyway, on to the last movie. And for the last movie, we go here to Pulp Fiction with John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Uma Thurman, and many others. This movie has a little bit of everything. It's very freaky, very interesting, very good. I went in, I'm not going to lie to you people, I wanted to not like this movie. I have seen it before. I knew what it was about, but I went in, wanted to give a fair score. I wanted to hate it, but I just, unfortunately, it got what it got, and it deserves what it got. Mr. Christopher, what did it score on the Mr. Christopher movie SCALEQLATOR, and how did you feel about it? Please, sir, please take it away. Here's the thing. Pulp Fiction, Bruce Willis, I didn't want to like it. I don't like Quentin Tarantino that much, and I don't like Bruce Willis. But here's the thing. Here's what it is. John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Uma Thurman all showed up. Ving Rhames, I mean, he didn't show up too much, but I like Ving Rhames. And yeah, he actually gets sodomized. But anyway, this movie has rape. This movie has a drug overdose. Don't watch this movie with your children. It's going to ruin their minds. It's going to taint them. And I think that's what what's his name? Not John Travolta. John Travolta, another Scientologist, by the way. Interesting. Scientology making its way on here. And then there's Quentin Tarantino, though, and I'm pretty sure he's an Israelite. And he wants to ruin your kids' minds. So don't watch Pulp Fiction with your children. But here's the thing. I wanted to give this movie a 6, and I just couldn't. The ending's good. Samuel L. Jackson crushes. John Travolta does well. Bruce Willis even comes along and does a fine job, but he doesn't say much, and I think it helps. On the Mr. Christopher movie SCALEQLATOR, unfortunately, it scored a very solid 8. Yeah. I gave it an 8 because I considered it great. I wanted to give it a 6. I really didn't want to like it, but I was just like, it's good. It's too good. It's just too good. It really is. He crushed. He made a good movie. What can you say? John Travolta, guy, Uma Thurman, Samuel L. Jackson with a killer monologue. The music is crushed. The music's great. I mean, it's just good. It's just a fun watch. But with all that said, that's the end of Movie Reviewvies with me, Mr. Christopher. This is my world. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Mr. Christopher, you crazy.